Let's take a look at the 2012 CML exam question number 8. Basically what we got going on here is we have this quadratic here with a tangent line here. And we know the equation of our function, this quadratic function upside down, and we have the y-intercept of our tangent line. And what we want to find is how far C and D are apart from each other. So we're going to start by finding the x value of C. So we know C is on our x-axis, so our function 71 minus x squared over 100 must equal 0 at that moment. All right, and if we use our calculator to solve, we'll end up getting that x value is 84.261. Right. Now, we need to work on finding, so that is actually C. So let's write C equals 84.261. Now let's work on finding our D value. Now, before we can find D, we need to find the equation of this line, this tangent line. All right? Because we know that this point right here, B, the tangent line and the function have two things in common. Both of the graphs are equal to each other, as well as both of the slopes are equal to each other. So at the point of tangency, we know two things. We know, one, the functions are equal, and number two, the slopes are equal. All right, so what I want to try to do is find an equation of this tangent line. Now, let's start with a generic tangent line equation. So y equals mx plus b. Right? Now, this value where it crosses the x-axis is d comma 0 over d of 0. All right, and then we also know that up here, the tangent line crosses at 0, 80. So since we have 2 points, we can determine the slope is 80 minus 0 over 0 minus d. So the slope is negative 80 over d. All right, and then we also know that the y-intercept is 80. So we can say that y equals mx plus b. We replace our m with negative 80 over d and replace our b with 80. So our two functions, 71 minus x squared over 100 must equal negative 80 over d. I left off my x here. 80 over d x plus 80. All right, so we have the quadratic equal to the linear at this point B. Right? Then we know that the two slopes are equal to each other. So we also know that the derivative of 71 minus x squared over 100 is negative x over 50 equals to the derivative of negative 80 over dx plus 80, which is negative 80 over d. Right, so if I take this right side equation where we set the slopes equal to each other and we solve for x, we'll get 4,000 over d. Now that we know this x value, we can take and we can drop it into this other equation to eliminate one of my variables. So I got 71 minus 4,000 over d quantity squared over 100 equals to negative 80 over d times 4,000 over D plus 80. All right, we're going to plug that in the calculator, and we're going to get D equals to 133.333. All right, so we have C is 133.333. I'm sorry, D is 133.333. C is 84.261. So I need to subtract these two values. And we'll get that the distance is 49 rounded to the nearest whole number.